Hello everybody and welcome back to Dancer's Feed. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a summer checklist with 10 different items that is perfect for any dancer or dance teacher. Alright, the very first item on this list is goal setting. Now, I know I don't just speak for myself, but for many others, but when you achieve a goal, you feel this type of adrenaline rush, this excitement to continue to achieve other goals. So that is why this one's the first one. So I, of course, like I mentioned in another video, have an obsession with Happy Planner and their stickers, so that's why mine looks a little fancy, but honestly, all you need is a piece of paper and a pen, or you grab your computer or your phone and write down the goals that you have for this summer. Now, I'm just going to break this down into this month specifically. So I have a big goal that I want to achieve and a project that I want to work on. Also, I want to research a little bit more about a dance style that I'm not so familiar with, and also build in some daily habits, for instance, stretching and cardio. The second thing is stretching and conditioning. So, of course, we have to keep our bodies conditioned throughout the summer before classes begin again in September. So I'll leave a couple of videos up here of me doing warm-ups and different stretching and conditioning exercises that you could follow along with, but make sure to stretch and condition your body throughout the summer so that when you do go back to dance class in September, you're not rusty, you're not cracking all over the place, and you feel comfortable and confident in the dance class. Number 3, going along with the stretching and conditioning, take virtual dance classes. Now more than ever, there are so many different resources online from your own dance teachers, from your own studios, or from different sources of virtual dance classes. And I suggest taking a whole bunch of these classes, as many as you can, so again, you keep your body conditioned, but also so you're learning throughout the summer. Continue learning, continue growing by fitting in some of these virtual classes into your weekly schedule. Okay, number 4. This one's a little bit more relaxing and you could do it right before bed or before your night routine or really any time of the day you feel like it. But I suggest always watching dance videos, whether they be YouTube videos, tutorials, or fun classes people are filming, or even actual performances. Always watch as much dance as possible. Get it in your head that, of course, obviously at this point dance is your life, but you want to just keep watching it, keep being in tune with it, and see what people are doing all over the world. Number 5. Now, this one might not seem as exciting to some, but trust me, this will really be beneficial. This was something that I wish I did more of as a young dancer, and this is to research. Now, this is about researching your favorite dancer or your favorite company or a dance program that you would like to get into. For instance, I one day eventually would like to get my doctorates in dance from Columbia University, so I'm still looking into that. That's not happening anytime soon though, but sometimes I just like to go back and read what they have to say about the program itself, and it really inspires me and it gets me pumped up for one day applying to the program. So if you are a dancer and you are starting to audition in a little bit, I suggest reading up on the actual company you want to be a part of, or if you look and aspire to be a specific type of dancer, look into those dancers. What did they do to achieve their goals? What did they do to get to where they are at today? Maybe you could learn from them. I'm sure you can actually learn from them. So research. Research is really important. This goes into my next one, which is learning. Again, it might not seem the most exciting, but trust me when I tell you, when you learn about dance, you just have a deeper appreciation for it. Again, I wish I did this when I was a younger dancer myself, but it's okay. I'm still young, so I can still do this now, and I still do this. So right now, as I mentioned before, I'm learning about hula dancing, which of course comes from Hawaii, and I have this book that my friend gave me when she went to visit a couple years ago, and I love it. It's so descriptive and really informative, and my mind is getting blown with all the things that I didn't know about hula dancing. I'll leave a link in the description box below of that actual book so you guys can go check it out. Next, this one might also seem a little bit but for people like me who like to be as minimalistic as possible, I guess I would say, especially in terms of clothing, go over your dance clothes. If you study different genres, then this is going to be even more important for you, because that means you have clothing for different styles of dance, right? You wouldn't necessarily wear ballet pink tights and a leotard to a breakdancing class, right? But if you went to breakdancing, you would have clothes that would be appropriate for breakdancing. So it would be a little bit trickier if you have a lot more dance styles that you're going through, but even so, if you only have one dance style that you're focusing on right now, I am more than positive, and I'm sure you are too, that you have some things and some items that you do not wear anymore, or some items that you need repairing or maybe replenishing. So I suggest sitting down one day and, listening to some music in the background, going over all the bottoms, all the tops, all the accessories, see if your shoes are comfortable or if you grew out of them or if they're just straight up trash, right? You can't, if your shoes aren't comfortable anymore and they no longer support you the right way, those aren't safe at that point. It's okay to get rid of them. All right, and I would love to donate mine, but again, mine are really worn out. So why would I donate something to someone if they're just gonna be unsafe wearing them? I don't feel comfortable doing that, but I would donate them otherwise because I don't like throwing things out. Next, I want you to think about recharging yourself. Again, dance is your life. I think we've all figured this out by now. It's my life, it might be your lives, but you'd also need to take a break. So I'm gonna leave the link on my 10 ways to help your mental health that I put out a while ago up here, and I want you to go over that list because I think it's really important for us to keep in mind that our mental well-being is so critical right now and forever, right? So make sure that you are getting the right sustenance in your body. Oh, speaking of sustenance, this Saturday is going to be my very first blog post on just a recipe. So I'm no longer gonna have videos on that. I'm just gonna have a blog post. It's gonna be called Saturday Sustenance. Okay, back to what I was saying though. So make sure that you're fueling your body correctly. Make sure that you're exercising and even taking breaks and digital detoxing. I explain all that really more in the video that I left up above before, so go check that out. And make sure that you really recharge yourself and replenish all your energy so that when you go back in September, you are ready to go and on fire and confident and strong. Number 9, scheduling and planning. So this kind of goes back to number 1, where you're goal setting, but this time you're going to break down those goals and you're going to actually set a time to achieve some of these little goals or these tasks to achieve those goals in the future. So I usually use Google Calendar. Sometimes I don't even use the digital version. I just go with my Happy Planner. Sometimes I use both because I don't know why I do this, but I just like planning a lot. It's really fun and soothing for me. So yeah, block out your schedule. Make sure that you have enough of everything. So you have enough of dance, you have enough of social time, you have enough of family time, enough of me time, enough of this or that. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Make sure that it's as balanced as possible. Don't kick yourself so much if you can't stick to the schedule 100%, because it is summer and we are supposed to be living our best lives right now, even though it's kind of hard if you're still stuck in quarantine, but I digress. Schedule and plan your life out so it's a little bit easier to follow along, and then you could build a routine with this. Again, that's all going to help you come September when you have to start dance classes again. Okay, number 10. I left this one for the last because this one is optional, but I also think it's really fun because I used to do this in college. My roommate was also a dance major with me, so her and I kind of did this goal setting and this planning approach together. We would compete against each other, but in a really healthy way. And I mean, she's my best friend now, so 10 years later, we're still best friends, but we worked hard with each other, we exercised with each other, we gave each other pointers too. I was better at one technique and she was better at the other, and she would help me with one I wasn't so good at, then we would just help each other with choreography class. It was just really fun. So get a friend and schedule your virtual dance classes with them, schedule a FaceTime call or hang out with each other and do some partner stretching together, but get a couple of friends involved so you feel that even though this is a lot of work to keep your body and your mind and your spirit ready for September, you're doing it with someone else. So it seems just like more fun at that point. You know what I mean? All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this checklist for the summer that dancers and dance teachers could take advantage of. I will leave a link below of the blog post where I will have the actual PDF that you could download for free of this checklist, and make sure you do that so you stay organized and you stay on top of your training and on top of your conditioning throughout the summer. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel Dancers Feed. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, dancers.